From the newsroom at news.com.au.
The United States says that Russian President Vladimir Putin is as ready as he can be for a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. US officials say Russia has nearly 100% of the necessary military forces already in place, with the majority of its 150,000 troops spread out in attack formation within a few kilometres of the frontier. Ukraine has introduced a nationwide state of emergency in response to the looming invasion. Moving on now, new research suggests that healthy people may not need a fourth dose of the COVID jab for years, if ever. While the effectiveness of booster vaccines at preventing infection begins to wane 10 weeks after the shot, research shows that most of us will still have built sufficient immunity to fight the virus off in a few days. The studies say it's unlikely most people who have had a third vaccine would end up in hospital or die. In other news, there's $120 million up for grabs in tonight's Powerball. 50% of Australian adults are tipped to buy a ticket for the draw, which is the second biggest prize ever offered. We spoke to a woman who was part of the syndicate that won $80 million in Powerball 3 months ago and got her advice for whoever wins tonight's jackpot.
Oh, just enjoy it. Don't let the pressures of it get to you. Just enjoy having that money. And yeah, it's money you didn't have, so go out and have a good time.
To sport, world number 3 tennis player Alexander Zverev has been kicked out of a tournament in Mexico after a stunning on-court outburst. He not only called the umpire an effing idiot, but also whacked the umpire's chair several times with his racket, narrowly missing the umpire's legs. Zverev apologised on social media, writing that he regrets his behaviour and will take the coming days to reflect on his actions. There are calls for the ATP to issue the German player a lengthy ban. To showbiz, Elton John had a bit of a scare on a flight from London to New York. His private jet suffered a hydraulic failure mid-flight and was forced to do an emergency landing in Ireland. Fire crews and ambulances were on hand for the landing, but all ended well and a rep said Elton is all good. And finally, in royal news, Princess Mary has met with Kate Middleton in Denmark. The Duchess of Cambridge is on a rare solo visit to the country to promote her work with the Royal Foundation Centre for Early Childhood. Kate also met with some local children and later joked that Prince William worries about her spending time with babies because it makes her want to have another one.
Your headlines from news.com.au.